A very fresh and a very wonderful morning to one and all present there. How are you all? I hope you all are fit, fine, and healthy. We are back with English subject for class 5th. As yesterday, we have already studied reported speech, that is a grammar point from your worksheet number 6, Sir Lolly's Ghost. Today, we will continue the remaining part of the worksheet that is left. Before we begin with the new stuff, let us undertake what were the points we understood in our yesterday's video. So yesterday we learned what is reported speech. Okay, we are very much familiar with the direct speech and indirect speech. When first person talks directly with the second person, then it is considered as direct speech. And when the second person passes on the information, that is the matter, to the third person, then it is called indirect speech. Okay, two verbs mainly commonly used while reporting are told and said. That is what we learned in our yesterday's class. Further, we also learned four exercises. That is, first was add, tell, or say. This one in the correct form to the following sentences in reported speech. I hope you have completed that in your workbook. Next, we learn fill in the missing words to complete the sentences. How do we complete? We convert the verb into the past form. That is, want turned into wanted, and will turn into would. Can turns into could. That is what we learned in our exercise number 2. In our exercise number 3, we learned how do we convert direct speech into reported speech. Here we had on the left side direct speech, and on the right side we had reported speech. How these two things are converted is turns into was, that is, we convert simple present into simple past. That is what we learned in exercise number 3. In exercise 4, we had again direct speech and reported speech. We had to fill the grid with appropriate speech forms. If direct speech were given, then you need to write its reported speech. In that, we came across a different kind of rules. That is, mean after indirect speech, Mini said, then whatever sentence is there, we have to put said, that, that we use for reported speech. And further, we also learned that how present forms of the tense are converted into past form of the tense. Okay, now we'll move up to, this was your grammar portion of your worksheet number 6. Now we will move up to the spelling portion of your worksheet 6. That is using EI or IE. As you can see here, okay, we have already discussed earlier in our course book that how do we use this EI and IE. Okay, for example, neither and EITHER. Why don't we write IE? And we are very much confused that where do we write IE and where do we write EI. So here there are three rules, 1, 2, and 3. Three rules we will learn so that you can easily identify where you have to use IE and where you have to use EI. Okay, we'll start with the rule number 1. This one. Okay, we use I before E when it sounds like E. Okay, you have to press it, E. Okay, everywhere you have to use IE only. But why we use IE? Because it sounds like E, double E. At that time we use IE. Okay, rule number 2 says we use EI when we have a C immediately before it. Okay, so wherever IE and EI you get confused, then if before it we use C, that is ceiling, deceiving, at that time we use EI form of the spelling. Some is ceiling, here we have C, and here deceive, again we have C. So before C, if there is C and then we always need to write E and I. Okay, the spelling formation will always be EI. EI. Okay. Everywhere you have to use IE only, but whenever there is C before it, at that time we need to use EI. We again have rule number 3 regarding EI. This was first one, this is the second one, and third one. This rule is for IE, this rule is for EI, and again this one is also for EI. We use EI when the sound made is A, as in vein, way. So here AI sound is being used. It pronounces like A. So at that time we need to write EI form of the spelling. We have some more examples. For example, neighbor, neighbor. Again we have sound like A. Neighbor, beach. Okay, beach. So here AI sound is there. So we will put here EI. Okay, A sounds. Okay, here are some common exceptions to these rules. Okay, now we have these three rules where if it sounds like E, we have to write IE, and when there is C immediately before it, then we have to use EI, and when it sounds like AYA, at that time we need to write EI only. But these are the words where this rule does not apply. Okay, this rule does not apply. Here are some exceptions to it. The first is either. In either, here it sounds like E. Okay, either. It is not either, it is either. So that either it sounds like a double E. See, for double E we have to write IE, correct? But here they have used EI. See, so it is an exception. What does exceptions means? Then exception means these rule does not apply to these particular things. That is called exception. So these words are outside the criteria of this rule. So first is either, and in which it sounds like E, but we don't have to put IE. Instead, we have to put EI. Second is neither. Again, here again we have to use EI form of the spelling. Third is foreign. So here when there is a sound, foreign, here it sounds like a AYA, in which we use EI, but here foreign we used EI only. Foreign. Okay, height. So height we used EI. Protein. Again we used EI. It sounds like E, double E, but it is, we have to use EI. Next is there. Now again there. Seas. Next is weird. So here it sounds weird, WI, but it is EI, weird. So that is where we use different forms of EI and IE. So let us undertake one exercise applying these rules. Okay, fill in the blanks using EI or IE. One has been done for you. See, the first one is being done for you. This one. Chief. 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 Here, what does the rule say? When it sounds like a double E, we have to put IE. Okay, so chief. How do we spell it? We spell it like chief, correct? And it is E sound. At that time we have to use IE. Okay, that is why we used chief. Next is wait. So again AY. Okay, it sounds like a AY. So we used EI form of the word. Wait. Third is slay. Again slay. It sounds like a slay. So we'll use here EI. That says your rule number 3. Fourth is believe. So again when there is E sound, how do we spell it? We spell it believe. Correct? This is like a believe. It sounds like a double E. So we will write here IE. So whenever there is E sounds, then we have to use EIE. Okay. And next is receive. Again IE, for it sounds like a E. Received. So here receipt. You can see here. You can see the rule number. Here you can see the rule number. Second one, when there is, we have C immediately before it, that time we need to write EI. You can see EI here. That is why here we have to write, we wrote here EI because there is a C. So we always write received. When there is a C, we'll write received. Next is patience. Okay. For patience, we have to write IE as there is no C and there is no A sound. Then we have to apply IE everywhere except these two rules. Question H is thief. Again, it sounds like E. So we have to write here IE form of the spelling. So that is your exercise number 1 of your spelling. So I'll recall chief, IE, wait, EI, slay, EI, believe, IE, receive, IE, receipt, EI, patience, thief. So this was your exercise. So here we have one mistake here, as it is a C before it, so we will write here receive. Okay, I'll write it in a proper way. So here we have receive. Okay, this one is wrong. We have to write here EI. Okay, so as it is a C before it, we have to write EI before, after, immediately after. If it is C, we have to write EI form of the spelling. So here this is wrong one. So kindly write here RECEIVE, receive, just as we wrote in the receipt. Moving on to our exercise number 2 of the spelling. Question number 2 says some of these words have been spelled wrong and some are correct. Draw a tick near the word if it is spelled correctly. If not, draw a cross and write the correct spelling near it. Okay, so let us begin. First is relieve. So here it is a wrong spelling. So here we will put a cross. Okay, this is a wrong spelling here. Relieve, the answer is RELIEVE, relieve, as it sounds like a double E. So it sounds like a double E, so that is why we wrote here it sounds like double E, then we have to write IE. Second is believe. So again double E, it sounds like believe, so here we will write IE. So it is also wrong one. Third is receipt. Again C is there, then we will put EI form of the verb. Correct. Fourth is friend. So again friend, it sounds like a friend. There is no AI sound and there is no double E sound. That is why we write here IE and the friend. Fifth is fierce. It is a correct spelling. Sixth is receive. So you can see the correct spelling of receive. Here it is C. Then if it comes before, immediately before C, then we have to write IE after C. Here. So again HEIR, year. Brief. It is a correct spelling, BRIEF, brief. Then next we have mischief. It sounds like a double E. That is why we will write here IE. Next is ancient. So again here ANCIENT, ancient. That was your exercise number 2. of your spelling. So here we end up our spelling session. Yesterday we learned the grammar point. Today we discussed spelling, and furthermore we'll start with the punctuations. The topic we are going to undertake today is inverted commas. Now what are inverted commas? I'll show you the symbol of inverted commas. See, this looks like inverted commas. Okay, this is inverted commas, and where do we use it? These inverted commas are being used when the particular person says something. That statement is being put in the inverted commas. Whatever speech is delivered from the person, from the first person, at that time we use inverted commas. Okay, will you understand the use of these punctuation mark by with the help of this exercise given to you? See, what is the exercise says? Rewrite these sentences with appropriate punctuation marks. Question 1 is Jayant asked me, when are you going home today? So Jayant asked me. Then before applying these inverted commas to your students, please make sure that you put a comma before it. Okay, that comma shows the pause of the sentence. Jayant asked me, then you have to put a comma. Then you, whatever statement is given by Jayant, you have to put that whole sentence in the inverted commas. And make sure when there is ask the word, ask means you ask a question, that when there is asked form of the verb, you have to put a question mark at the end of the sentence. And if there is no ask, it's just said that, told, then you have to put a full stop. Okay, so here you will write Jayant asked me. So what are the punctuation marks being used here? Comma. Then we'll write here inverted commas. When are you going home today? Then we'll put here question mark, and then we'll close the inverted commas. Okay, moving on to question 2. Leah said, let us go to the field and play football. So how do we write here? Leah said. Again we'll put a comma. You can see in the screen. Leah said, comma, let us go to the field and play football. As it is said, we have to put a full stop. So you can see the full stop here. And you have to take this whole sentence in the inverted commas. Okay, I've just wrote in, I've just put the inverted punctuation marks on the question itself, but you have to rewrite it, the whole sentence, in your worksheet, in your workbook. Third is, father said to me, when I was your age, I didn't have any video games. So what is father saying? That when I was at your age, जब मैं तुम्हारी उम्र का था, I didn't have any video games. Okay. So how do we write it? Again we will put here commas. Father said to me. After this gets complete, we have to put a comma. Then we'll begin this sentence with the inverted commas. And as it is said to and told, we just put here full stop. Make sure you end your sentence with the full stop or question mark. Okay. So here father said to me, comma, inverted commas started. When I was your age, I didn't have any video games. Full stop, inverted commas closed. Okay. Next sentence. Fourth one. Teacher said today we are going to study about dinosaurs. So teacher said, comma, inverted comma started. Today we are going to study about dinosaurs. Full stop, inverted commas closed. So teacher said, comma, inverted commas. Today we are going to study about dinosaurs. Full stop, inverted commas closed. Moving on to question number 5, Shalini said to Sushil, can we begin this project right away? So again, said to Sunil, can we, said to Sushil, then we'll put here comma, then can we. As you can see, whenever there is, here we have said to. So you'll think that madam said that, it's just asked. At that time you need to write, put the question mark, but here there is no ask, there is said to. So again here the question, how does the question start? Can you give me a pen? Okay, Mr. A said to Mr. B, "Can you give me a pen or can we go to the club?" So here, if it begins with the can, if it begins with the will, that time we need to put the question mark as will you be uh, will you be giving me a company? Will you come with me to the next classroom? So here, when it starts with when the statement spoken by the first person starts with can or will, at that time you need to put a question mark. You can see the question mark here. Okay. So here, how you will you'll keep three punctuations here. First is Shalini said to Sushil, comma, inverted comma, start. Can we begin this project right away? Question mark, inverted commas, close. So that is how you punctuate the sentences. The same things will come in your exam. Moving on to the listening and speaking skill. You are going on a week long cycling trip in your state with your family. Form pairs, look at the pictures given below and discuss with your partner whether you need these items. Name any two items that are absolutely necessary and say why you think so to your classmates. So here, these activity you have to do it on your own. I'll just instruct you what you need to do. You need to do is your homework. Now you are going on a week long cycling trip in your state with your family. Here we cannot go, but you just have to imagine that what are the things. You just need to just speak it up, that what are the two things. You can do it with your you can do it this with your family member at your home. There is your father, your mother, or your elder sister or brother. You can discuss with them. So you have to do it this thing on your own. Moving on to writing skill, completing a story. So what is a story? Story is just an imaginary part of the life where you can build anything. You can put your imagination in the story, and story develops your imagination skill and your writing skill. Correct. So here, how do you need to write the story? We'll learn this in today's video. So you can take out page number 52 of your workbook. Let us read what is given to you. A part of a story is given below. Complete it using your imagination. Okay, if your few points is already been given to you in your worksheet, you have to just continue with the story. What happened next? Let us see the first part of the story. Okay, I opened the door. I opened the door and entered the abandoned apartment. Okay, abandoned apartment means empty apartment where there is vacant apartment where there is no one lives there for a long period of time. It was so dark that at first I could see nothing. Okay, it was so dark. Then the unpleasant, musty odor of closed, wet rooms was strong. As my eyes slowly got used to the darkness, I saw plainly enough a large and messy bedroom. The bed was without sheets but still retained its mattresses and pillows. On one of the pillows there was a deep impression as though an elbow or a head had recently rested here. Okay, when you sleep on a pillow, you can see the print, that you can see the impression of if somebody had slept there. There was that kind of impression on it. I noticed that a closed door was half open. I went over to the writing desk to get the three packages my friend had requested me to do. I seated myself in an armchair and opened the drawer. It was full to the top. I began rummaging through the drawer. What is rummaging? Rummaging means finding out something. Okay, I began rummaging through the drawer. In a minute or so, I felt a movement behind me. It sent a little shiver on my skin. If you feel that someone is like moving around you in a vacant and abandoned apartment where there is no one, you will feel a little scared, correct? So he started shivering. It was so stupid to be affected even slightly. My self respect prevented my turning around. I had found two of the packages I needed and was about to lay my hand on the third when I heard a long and painful sigh uttered just at my shoulder. It made me bound like a madman from my seat and land several feet off. As I jumped, I turned round. Now, what happened next? That you have to write in the next gaps you have been given. Okay, you have been given 10 to 15 lines to complete this story. Now, you put your own imagination. What did you, if you are that person, what happened next? You just need to imagine and write it on your own. So, this is all, this is also homework for you. Okay, put out anything that comes in your mind and write on these lines given to you. That's all for you today. um, so I hope you understood the whole worksheet number 6. Okay, I hope you'll complete this in your you complete this worksheet number 6 right now, so that later on you don't need to like hustle here and there for the answers of it. I hope you understood this. Complete the worksheet number 6 and understand it. Even if you have any doubt, you can contact me.